All right, then just one little short blip about water, right? Water is very special to us. It makes most of Earth's surface. I think it's like something like 60 or 70%, something like that. And it actually makes up most of your body as well. Right, we're mostly water. Remember that water adopts a bent structure, oxygen, 2 hydrogens, 2 lone pairs. It's a very polar molecule that has very strong intermolecular forces because it has hydrogen bonding, right? It has a molar mass of 18.02 grams per mole. It has a melting point of 0 degrees Celsius, a boiling point of 100 degrees Celsius, right? Water is so important that the Celsius temperature scale is based off of water. And these values right here, this 0 degrees Celsius and this 100 degrees Celsius is very high for a small molar mass, right? If something weighs about 18 grams per mole, you would predict this to have very low melting and boiling points, but it doesn't. Why doesn't it? It's because it has very powerful intermolecular forces, that hydrogen bonding, right? So that's a very powerful intermolecular force. And what that allows it to be is a liquid at room temperature, right? The vast majority of compounds that have this small molar mass are gases at room temperature. And so you can think about, how important that is to life and, the evolutionary and biological consequences of that, right? Anytime we're looking at, another planet, could we possibly live there? The first thing we take a look at is, hey, is there water? Lots of cool things about water. Another cool thing about water that's like really weird is the liquid of water is more dense than the solid, right? And we see this almost every day, right? Ice floats. And floating or sinking is based on density. So the fact that ice floats tells us that the liquid is actually more dense than the solid. And that's very weird. Generally, solids are more dense than their liquid counterparts. And the reason for this, again, is the hydrogen bonding. So if we think about what ice is, remember that in a solid, the molecules cannot move. And so water will organize itself to maximize the hydrogen bond, right? So the white circles are hydrogen, the red circles are oxygen. So we can see we have a hydrogen bond there, all these gray kind of dashed lines are hydrogen bonding. And so when it forms ice, it's going to form it in a way to maximize the amount of hydrogen bonding. And as a consequence of that, as you can see in this picture, there's a lot of empty space then. And since there's a lot of empty space, that's a lower density and hence ice floats. So just a cool little factoid there.